Hi there, VC Steve Whitty here. It's Friday morning, sun is shining because it's Friday. Start of a new month. My record collector calendar's flipped over a new page. And I've got slipping a fresh cup of tea in my hand, in my mouth. So what more could be better? So another video. I did one the last couple of days. I said I'd do this one. This is the Gimme 10 top guest appearances, I suppose, is I think it's going to be called. And this, I think, when I first saw this, I think it might be a thread started by Chris at Vinyl Orchid. So we've been corresponding, making comments on our videos. Well, he's made more comments on mine than I probably have one here, so I apologise, Chris. But it's remarkable that we've pretty much got the same taste in. It's almost like we've got the same taste in music. I think we are pretty much the same age as well. So I've just given my head a shave, so you might get some glare with the sun rising off it. So I do apologise. Not much I can do about that for Mother Nature. So stop wittering on. The top 10 guest appearances. So first up, I'll go Eric Clapton on the White Album, playing when my guitar gently weeps. At that point, George Harrison become really like best mates with Eric Clapton at that point in time. He wanted to obviously expand his horizons musically, and he saw that with Eric Clapton as well as Ravi Shankar, and he returned the favour on Goodbye Cream. He appeared as on the rhythm guitar on Badge, and you might see he isn't credited as, you see, L'Angelo Misterioso rhythm guitar. That's George Harrison, and that's partly done because in those days guest appearances weren't credited because you'd have to pay their label a fee. So it was just, they'd just turn up and then nothing was either not credited, but it came out later that they were on it, or they'd just make a pseudonym. I think Paul McCartney had to do a pseudonym for when he produced the Bonzo's Urban Spaceman. So that's number 2. Number 3, well, take your pick on Electric Ladyland. You've got Dave Mason, played 12 string on All Along the Watchtower. Jack Cassidy from Jefferson Airplane. Steve Winwood makes an appearance as well. So there's quite a few people make appearance on guest appearance on Electric Ladyland. On this album, Queens of the Stone Age, rated R, on the song Feel Good Hit of the Summer, making a guest appearance on the album is, amongst others, Rob Halford, Judas Priest on backing vocals. Now, obviously I've mentioned about Judas Priest being not from Birmingham, being a black country band, and Rob Halford actually lived in I think Bloxwich area, Walsall area, but in fact he was born in my hometown, Sutton Coldfield. So I wouldn't say he's a Brummie, but yes, he's from my neck of the woods. Next, a bit more contemporary, playing on The Who. Now this is mentioning about my hometown, Sutton Coldfield. He's a musician who actually lives here, and he's become quite a good friend of the owner of my local record store, Pete. And on the track She Rocked My World, I don't know if you can see that, but on acoustic guitar, Gordon Giltrap. Yes, he moved over to He lives over the Four Oaks area, something which is quite. It's quite nice. It's a nice area of Sutton. And yes, and the reason he plays on the Who album is because he's good mates with Pete Townsend. So. And Thriller, probably the obvious one. We know that Eddie Van Halen provides the solo to Beat It, and Steve Lukather actually plays the rest of the guitar on here. And so that's Michael Jackson there. But Michael Jackson wasn't prone to making the odd guest appearance. Now, from this piece of VCLT that Rob gave me, this is Dave Mason's Old Crest on a New Wave. On the track Save Me, which is the opening track on side 2, guest appearance vocals from Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was recording in the studio next door apparently at the time. He must have been doing Off the Wall, and he popped in, liked what he heard. Dave Mason said, would you like to come and record a song on the album? And yeah, and he did. Number 8 on Dexys Midnight Runners, Don't Stand Me Down. Absolute wonderful album, by the way. If you've not heard it, it takes a bit of getting used to listen to. But on piano, he had Vincent Crane, amongst others, and Vincent Crane wrote the song "Fire" for the Crazy World of Arthur Brown, and was a leading light of Atomic Rooster. As I said, this is a wonderful album if you can get hold of it. It is a listen. It was the album that sort of initially finished the Dexys Midnight Runners career. Number 9 on Squeeze, Sweets from a Stranger. There is you see the song on the hype sticker, Black Coffee in Bed. The backing vocals were provided by Elvis Costello and Paul Young. Costello had produced the previous album, East Side Story. And then the final guest appearance is, I've shown it, Queen, A Kind of Magic. On the track Don't Lose Your Head, which Roger Taylor contributed to the album. There is what's called incidental vocals from Joan Armour Trading. So there you go. So there are my 10. There are my 10 albums, 10 guest appearances. So I hope you like them. I hope that you all have a good day. Thank you for your comments over the last couple of days. I'm pretty much up to date. I've just got to reply to those that came in late yesterday. So whatever you get up to today, VC, make sure it's a good one. Probably be back tomorrow. I'm working on the quarantine tag that's floating around. So here goes. So whatever you get up to, said VC, make sure it's a good one. It is Friday. I know things are going to get better, as somebody sung. So look after yourselves. Keep spinning. More importantly, keep smiling.